Welcome, girls.
Hey Brian, I'm so happy that you decided to do the meeting, your meeting at this time. Hi Charlie. Hi Mom. Hi Edwin. Hello.
Wow, what's up, everybody? Ah,
Hey, how are you?
oh man, I'm doing splendid. We are right now in Amsterdam. Pardon me. We're right now in Amsterdam trying to find a place to hold on to Wi-Fi. We were shooting ads all day, and so now I'm just carrying my laptop through the city while running on hotspot. So I suppose while I'm looking for a space to sit, if you guys want to see a little bit of Amsterdam, I can show you for a quick minute.
I
How y'all
fucking
feeling?
love Amsterdam.
For sure. All right, cool. Well, the connection may be a little bit questionable for now, but here's where we are. You'll notice all the bikes. There's lots of those. Where do I go
Yeah.
then? Over here to the left? Where? Straight? Okay, cool. I'm almost there. How's the connection? Is it shitty or is it okay?
It's all right. We're kind of used to it.
Yeah, I know. At this point, it's my MO with shitty internet. Oh, I'm just gonna run.
You still have
Okay,
your Hawaiian flower filter though,
I
you know?
do. Yes, actually, my Hawaiian flower is like my favorite go-to.
Yeah.
Okay, so like right here. Great. I'm gonna hang out outside of this bakery. What? In here. In here. Where on the back? Ah, perfect. All right, perfect. I found a bakery. Great. Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Excellent. Wonderful. Well, at least you can say these calls are never boring. Thank you all for checking in today. This is wonderful. So excited to see your faces. Today, I've got a few things to go over. This is going to be really exciting. Everyone saw the, yeah, I know the background is perfect here. I knew it as soon as I saw it. Welcome, everyone, to another Superstar call. This is going to be a extra special one. This is the Amsterdam version. This place has been a ride, and evidently tomorrow is this giant event where all of these boats from around the world come, like giant pirate ships and shit. They're all going to be here. So we're just going to shoot a bunch of ads and like hang out in the city. So I love it when serendipitous stuff like this happens. We'll be doing it for the next few days before we all go over to Barcelona, which is likely going to be the largest event we've ever done. So my God, my just keeping up is a full-time thing. Anyways, this is my break. I get to hang out with all of you. I would love to share a little bit of something and then start asking some questions. First, I want to hear a little bit of feedback of the gamification thing that we're doing. It's a brand new pivot that we're adding to Goosify, where it's like on top of all the other shenanigans we're doing, the goal. I think the fundamental goal that all of us can basically agree on is that if you can make what you're doing a little bit more fun, right? I mean, we do it, but I want to make sure we talk about it. That's going to be like the juice. So I'd love to open up with some things that you guys are doing. I mean, business can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I'd love to hear what you're doing to loosen up a little bit. And don't forget, you have to put your like hats and shit on. Everyone needs a different outfit. Look, see, Arta's got it. He's got his laser goggles on. Amazing. I've got my rose petals. Everyone pick your thing.
Computer.
You click on your face in the middle, and then it'll expand and give you some options.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You're so welcome. All right, so someone get us started. What's something that you were doing this week that was shitty or boring that you managed to find a way to make more fun? Oh, Michelle's a little owl. I love that one. Charlie, nice pirate. That is solid.
It's not boring, but I'm going away on vacation for like 2.5 weeks and I'm going to miss out on all the fun.
Oh, madam. You can always find the internet spot. Come on.
I'll find a few. I'll find a few on and off, but yeah.
Homework
I
for
hear.
the next.
Anyone else got something?
I'm hosting my first in real life event in October, which is pretty local, so I'm super psyched about it. And I have people traveling from across the country to come to it, which is crazy wild to me, and I'm super psyched.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, congratulations, my God. That's amazing.
Amazing. I'm
Super
hosting
amazing.
my first ever in-person retreat in October as well. Congrats.
Awesome.
Yay.
Where at?
Yeah,
I'm in
where are
North
these-
Carolina.
Amazing.
All right.
Congratulations. That stuff is like a sign that your community is expanding to the next thing. So any questions you have about IRL stuff, oh my God, do I know a thing or two. So more than happy to share. Please let me know. Don't let all this pain and suffering just go for nothing. Please ask. In any case, okay, cool. Anyone else got something they'd like to share before I give us our nugget and then we begin our teaching session today?
I got a pretty wild one.
All right.
I'm having issues with my configure browser, but for visual effects. But anyway, I posted like a 3-hour deep dive just now in the community on how I'm like gamifying. It's pretty bananas. I'm going nice and deep, but I love the idea of gamifying.
Where did you post it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, just into the Goosefy community. But yeah, it's
Oh,
going to be
cool.
fun.
I
I'm
can
building like
see
a
it.
whole map and ability tree. It's going to be a blast.
Super amazing. I love
You
that.
posted it today?
Just yeah, pretty much a few minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I didn't see it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to I can see
Dude.
it.
Yeah. Rogue, can we pin that? That's the stuff we want
You
to see.
Yeah, you can. It still sucks that I'm like 3 hours in, but I think after like 100 hours, I'm gonna have a crazy lifelong quest fucking mission thing. So I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Beautiful. I love this. Okay. Amazing. Thank
Can't
you
wait
guys
to
for
see
sharing.
it, Robbie, bro. That's gonna be that's gonna be dope.
Robbie is okay. So here's a big question today. Oh wait, Prince, did you have something?
Yeah, I
I
had
saw
a
you got a raise hand, baby.
question. If anybody knew or you, I'm helping my client run this like mastermind type of thing. And I've talked to Calvin about it, and it's not being engaged because they're paying like 1 to 10K a month, and they're busy, of course. So I just wanted to know if there's any school communities, so that for that reason we might have to leave school. But is there any other school communities that are like charging a lot of money and have those clients that are busy, and how do they go about it of making their community like engaged or yeah?
Excellent question. Very good. What's the industry?
It's the info space, basically people that are making 6 figures a month, helping them scale to 7+ a month.
Okay. So not a huge populace of people.
Yeah.
Like what, 50, 100?
Right now, yeah, we have like 40 people. Yeah, we're just getting started.
Okay. Well, I mean, it depends on what the goal is. What is the goal of what you're doing?
What do you mean by the goal? There might be a few.
Well, for example, if you are trying to make more money, I mean, leveraging community makes sense, but also if the community is just for fulfillment, then maybe it doesn't make sense to necessarily make an engaged community. So it sort of just depends on what you're trying to do.
True. Because we did some market research with them and see like where do they spend most of their time, and most people, and we gave them some option. Most people said iMessage or Slack. So yeah, but the like going back to your question is to, I guess, make money. Yeah, but then yeah, but also creating a good community as well, because he likes
Okay.
what he does.
Is it a high ticket annual?
We have a 10K a year, yep, and then we also have 10K up 10K a month for additional with one-on-one coaching on top of the community and course.
Okay. All right. And 40 clients in total for both of those.
That's how much people are in the school. But I think clients might be like 10 that are paying. Some people are in for free because they're
Okay.
like free guests. Yeah.
Okay, great. So then in this case, it's probably not going to be a whole different from everything else. Remember, you're on school, so I hope you guys don't mind if we pause the usual flow to answer Prince's question, and we'll jump back into it. But I think this will be helpful for a lot of people to just have in their minds. Because you're trying to optimize just for having more people in there, right? And probably extending LTV, I'm assuming is part of the more money thing. What that
Yeah.
means is, yes, the community is going to be an integral part of it. Otherwise, you can be on any platform, right? So if you want it to be on school, the way that you would leverage having high ticket clients is two ways. First of all, don't ask them, because especially if they've not been on school before, they're not going to tell you, oh yeah, cool, I'd love to spend time there. You have to show them. No one's going to buy the community. They end up using it. They end up using it later when they see value in it, but it kind of has to be shown, not explained, as you know. So my recommendation would be that you're not trying to optimize for a ton of engagements all the time. You could get to that later on once you start having more people, but at the beginning, what you'd probably want to do is just have some kind of, and maybe you already have them, but challenges, feedback, have that the check-ins that happen periodically throughout the week. If you can set up a system like this, that's great, because that means that you're slowly building up to that point. You're not trying to like push anything in particular. You're sort of holding accountability, which is what they're paying for. Just keep in mind, at the end of the day, of course, as you probably already know, you're always going to have people that give you time or people that give you money. And most of the time, the guys that are just giving you money aren't giving you time. So the best you could do is give them accountability, and they give you a little bit more time.
Yeah, I got most of it. I think some parts cut off.
Sorry.
But
Yes,
Sorry, my
somebody-
darling. I got a bit distracted with that. There's some feedback somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute in case you hear traffic from my side until I need to.
Oh, no worries. Okay, well, so it was someone else's mic. Prince. Okay, here, Prince, I'm going to shut you up. All right, great. So I'll just recap that one really quick. Basically, you've got people that spend time in your space, and there's people that spend money in your space, and you need both to make a good community. But in his case, his creator has people that are just spending money, so they're less likely to spend time. In fact, that's why they're there, is to get more time back. So it has to be a really high value add for them to be doing that, which is why I checked with Prince first. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Because it could turn these guys off, especially if it feels forced. So the best way that I have seen that you can leverage high ticket clients within a space engaging is to engage with accountability, because even high ticket people need that all the time. Small goals that they want to achieve, anything like that. As you're building to a culture, which is going to be many more than 10 people, which it sounds like you have 10 clients right now. My recommendation would be to, whatever challenge you have, whatever roadmap you have, whatever that accountability looks like, integrate it in some kind of consistent fashion so that people can check in on those days rather than just ongoing. So you will have some peaks and valleys there, but it guides the high ticket guys in a way that they feel like, not like you're taking something from them. Does that make sense, Prince?
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. Is that helpful?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Cool. Is your favorite color purple?
It's got to be
I
right.
think blue, light blue or
Blue.
blue.
Okay. All right. Well, that will also work for today. Okay, cool. Sweet. Awesome question. Let me know if you have a follow-up to that one, but I'll go ahead and pivot back into what we're doing. Really quick before I jump to the other hands raised, I just want to let everyone know, is everyone prepared for tiers?
Oh
There's
my God.
going to be some developments here you'll want to prep for. Among some of the other things, among other things, tiers we were originally thinking would be in the form of classrooms, but it looks like it's much easier. Yeah, tears, blood and tears.
You thought it was me again. I thought you were going to make me cry again.
Yeah. All right, Angela, here we go. I need to start reaching into those feels. So tiers on school. Essentially, those are going to actually become parts of the class of the community itself. So when you buy in, you've got like a free and 2 paid tiers or 3 paid tiers. So this is something we discuss over the rest of this week, but just keep that in mind that its setup will be a bit more rigid. We don't know all the answers yet, but it's good to just plan for that within your community, that it's not classroom, it's the actual community itself. All right. So just want to make sure everyone's clear on that. So we can go over that after we hit the raised hand. So first, who did we have up first? Ilya, my man with the poetry. Oh, your poet. Did everyone see Ilya's?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah, he for the life of me, I don't know and understand why Ilya was like so. He was convinced that it was awful. So can you guys give him like some show of how you felt about it if you saw it?
He's Russian.
Wait. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about your podcast, you big bozo.
Where can I see it?
It's in Schoolers.
It's
so
online?
good. It's so good, man. It's on YouTube. It's all over the world, or everywhere right now.
How didn't I knew about this, that this is online?
And you know what? You're naturally self-critical because of your environment, because of you're Russian. You know, that's what's the culture there. And don't worry about it. You did great, amazing, and everybody loves you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh,
So entertaining.
we got a link. Fab.
Oh yeah, did someone drop it?
I will check it out.
Perfect.
That's nice.
Well, is that the school link or the YouTube link? That's
YouTube.
Here, let me. What I definitely want you to see is all of the positive feedback that came from the schoolers community. It was. Sarah has an inside joke from that one. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna copy the link to the. Oh, I should have just asked Marcin. He's always on this shit. Okay, so there you go. Yeah. Yeah, the people loved it, man. You were so raw and open about it. That was that was incredible.
Yeah, it was very good.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
right now
good
on
job.
Schoolers, and now I see it. Okay, wow! In 6 hours, almost 100 likes. What the hell?
Yeah, and those are like
I'm famous.
You're famous.
that's like 4 a.m. in LA time.
Nice. I will check it out after the call. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was one of
Yeah.
the first things I watched with my coffee this morning at 5 a.m. I'm like, it's 5 a.m. somewhere.
That's right. Yeah, and
Thank
by
you
the
everyone for the
feedback you're
feedback.
getting, of course, you deserved it. After before we were like when people were looking at it as we were editing it, and afterwards, it's the outstanding feeling is that it's a breath of fresh air to hear like someone talk kind of from their, I don't know, more authentic raw parts, which is a lot. I mean, for me, a lot easier to do when you're like outside fucking around. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was perfect. I can't say enough about it.
I like all the surroundings that you were walking around and showing things, and the dead people, what are they thinking with the footage, what they're going to do with the footage. And that was so funny.
Yeah, definitely. That's like up to Goose because he planned so much on this podcast and the locations and stuff. So he did also a great job, and also his team, his camera team, and all the guys that like were giving us suggestions and advices. That was great. It was great teamwork there, so appreciate that a lot.
And the video editing, and shout out to Vincent. That was super cool put together and so entertaining.
You hear that, Vincent? They congratulated your video edit.
Hey Vincent,
Yeah.
good job, man.
Oh, a nice hat.
Thank you.
Vincent, best guy.
I do like green eggs.
Do I like
And
green
a hat.
egg? Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that?
From Cat in the Hat. Yes, I do.
Well, it's a different book. It's not the Cat in the Hat book, but it's Theodore guy. It's Dr. Seuss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Amazing. Okay, so Ilya, you've got a question. We
Yeah.
know a little bit more about you. Let's hear it.
Yeah, my question will be, if you are building, for example, a product community for a client as an addition for his paid community or for his paid product, for example, he has like a Telegram group chat already paid, already working, or like a product already selling very well, and you want to build a free community for him, would you even focus like so much on engagement, or would you focus more on building the system that people sign up and upgrade as soon as possible? Like, what would be your focus for this community, where it's like not about building engagement and stuff, it's more about upselling?
That's a great question. All right. Well, let me ask the group here then. What do you guys think? God, I'm in love with this background. I might just start coming back here regularly. Sorry, I got distracted. What do you guys think? Thank you.
Engagement,
Why?
because he already has a paid community, and like you said, some people spend money, others spend time, and the free communities would also spend time. So I guess engagement.
Cool. Okay. Anyone else? Ilya, do you mind repeating the question nice and short for everyone, in case anyone was charmed by the animals, by the farm animals we have in the call?
I will try my best. If you were building a free community for a client or for someone else or for yourself, just as an addition to get more clients for an already existing product or coaching, what will be your focus in this free community? Building up the engagement, or building it up more like up as a funnel that people sign up for your paid service as quick as possible?
I would do it as a funnel. I would think that they're coming into the community to the first tiny step, solve one problem or find their people so that they want to move further.
Yeah,
Looking
I
like-
think it's like it's to build trust, like in your free
Yeah,
community.
and credibility.
Is literally just to like hang out. If you make it so that it's frictionless, so that if you make it so that they know that there's nothing that they want, like you're not trying to sell them anything, right? I think like that it's amazing like that. Like look what Goose has done is like genuinely connected everyone. You know, we got to meet so many cool people and stuff here, and it's just for the sake of engagement and actually just creating a cool vibe, right? And I think that's like what you got to just create that, because it's very easy for you to think of it in like what can we get like out of these new clients, you know, and helping them. But sometimes all it takes is just like hanging out with them a few times, and then they'll literally go to the paid community themselves without you even having to force them to.
Yeah.
This is exactly the backtracking that I'm doing now. So I was advised to go for a paid community. It was tiny paid, but actually it's turned into more of a, for those who don't know me, they get to understand me. They get to know whether they actually want to work with me. And I have bought a URL for another group, which is going to be free. And that's when I'm going to let people see who I am. Can they trust me to take them further? Can they trust me to give them advice on the things that I feel that I'm qualified to give? And this has taken 3 months. So for me, I've not wasted 3 months, but what my existing community has shown me, which is crazy mad engaged, is that that's what they want. They want that first.
If you keep
And
dressing up as a
then-
pirate like that, 100%, Angela. It's if you keep talking like with a pirate thing, it's the best thing.
But do
She's
you
up
think
there.
I look better as a pirate than as a rabbit or a woman? I'm kind of
You look-
rocking this beard. I love it.
You look best as a plunderer, in my opinion.
Maybe if I add
Nice.
something to my question, what actually made me think about this problem or like about this question or like the first place, because I tried the suggestion from Goose, like to hide the one-on-one call as a gift in the community. Like when you reach level 3, you can unlock one-on-one call for yourself. And I did that, and I had this present for the people, this gift when they reach level 3, hidden in the community, but nobody was leveling up because the engagement was very low. And it seems like people joining, they don't really care about this, and they just left school, and they like, you always see in the profile last active 2, 3, 4 days ago. And I was just thinking about maybe changing everything to a model where I show them all they need to know and all the stuff they need to upsell directly in the classroom without hiding it or without like playing with the levels and stuff. So just building it more like that they can go through all the stuff as fast as possible without waiting for them to level up or something else.
Maybe if you have a small I can tell you guys something that I did. I mentioned it in a call before, but in June when we had the last blitz, one of the things that I thought of quickly is taking a small problem that all of my people in my community have, and then I broke it down into steps, and each day I made them do one thing over the 30 days. So it was a 30-day challenge, and they kept coming back to see what the next thing was, and I gamified it. So as a community, if they did everything as a community, they unlocked a course from me. And so they had to try and complete the goals together. So they were pushing each other, like, did you check in? Did you put your challenge thing? But then also there was individual prizes, just like Goose does with the Blitz. Obviously not trips anywhere, but it was good enough prizes to get them going. But after the first 5 days, they started seeing results in their stores from the little tiny 1% changes they were making. And so this got them super engaged. I had 67 people in my group at the time, and we did over 3,000 interactions in a day in our group. And so all of June, we like averaged over 1,000 interactions. And it was just because they became addicted. They're like, I need to go in and do the one thing. And I made the one thing really easy. Something like, have you checked your privacy policy pages? Are they even linked there? Because people forget those when they're building stuff because they're boring, or have you actually purchased a product from yourself lately? What does that feel like? Is there something wrong? Did you look at your welcome email recently? Any of these stuff, like just really, really simple things that they're like, oh shit, I haven't done that. And putting them in the dusty corners of wherever it is that your people are, that you're forcing them to do, like just take 5 minutes and do this one thing, and then they get a result because it's something that you've held them accountable to, and then they get rewards from it too. I was inspired by Goose's Blitz, but anyone can replicate that in their community. And now I've boxed it up, so now I have 30 days of 30 emails and 30 little things that I can now sell off the back end if someone wants to go through the challenge themselves. But my group is asking me to redo it in October. So now I'm like getting it together to relaunch with some bigger and better prizes. Yeah. So something fun that gets communities really engaged.
Yeah, one question for you, Jen. What is your framing on the about page? Like, do you actually mention this kind of challenges on the about page, or how do you frame it first place before, like, when people joining, what are they like waiting for?
So I just randomly joined Goose's Blitz 2 days late, and then I was like, well, how can I win this by making my group engaged? And then I was like, well, I'll do a Blitz in my own community. So really it was like a 5-minute thought, and I just tossed out the first thing, and then I had to keep going. The end of June was really busy for me, so it became quite a struggle to like make sure I got there every day and did it. But on my about page now, I think I say that there's 30 days and 30 fixes in 30 days in there. So it is still in there gathered in a classroom. So someone could go on their own and go through and do all the fixes. I haven't polished it up. I haven't made it anything more than 30 different posts linked in there. But it is there. So if someone wanted to join my group and go through that, then it's there. But it's not, that's all it is. It's not framed in my about page. It's just like, and you also get access to 30 fixes in 30 days. Like that's it.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I need to think about how to apply it with the community I have, or like I help building, because of course it's different niche, different product, different stuff. But it's a
Well,
great part. Yeah.
I think in summary,
I think we need to remember that even though we may all be different niches, people still need to trust us. My people don't even know they have a problem. So how on earth am I going to convince them to join my group unless I let them know they may have an issue that might need looking at, might need talking about? So I think trust is a big thing, and that's what your free community gives you.
I completely
right.
agree. I think if you're trying to make sales and you just want to make money, like if you're focusing on short term, school may not be the play for you, because community does inherently take time. You can maybe think about it as like a group of cats rather than a group of dogs. And what you could maybe just reframe in your mind there is that because of the nature of people, when you give everyone a bunch of value and consideration, like, I always say don't do one-on-ones, but at the beginning, a lot of times you may have to. And it's a good way for you to understand your people really, really well, so that when the time comes and there's so much demand for what you have that you can charge, it's natural. They're looking forward to it as much as you are, which means it's LTV. Like like Quince referenced, it's really more about them being so grateful for what you're doing because of all the deliveries that you've already done, and then as an exchange you get all the testimonials and stuff. That's the real play if you're trying to optimize for community and play the long-term LTV game. And one other thing I will add to it too, this is where tiers would come into play. And you'll find this out soon enough, but when you have that within one community, like a free community, for example, like I've considered when tiers roll out, I may have Wingman just, one of the tiers within Goosify, because Goosify doesn't actually sell anything. These are things that you can now plan to do, where within the free, they can see the paid. And that, just remember that you're not trying to, sorry?
Well, I think that's
Okay.
just Michael's. There's a lot of news on today.
Hey guys, how do I
Yeah.
scroll? How do I scroll to see everyone in the chat here? I'm on a computer.
Everyone in the chat? Oh, you mean all the faces?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know my
just,
things were
I
muted.
just see like 7-8 people only, but there's so many more. How do I do that?
So probably you hit the 3 dots on the bottom of the screen next to the end button, and then it says adjust view, and you can decide how you'd like to see everyone. Hopefully that helps. It's 3 dots right next to the end button.
Every day is a school day. I didn't know
Thank
that.
you. Wow, cool.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome. That should help. So anyway, in conclusion to what I was saying, it was basically that, you don't want to go through those too quickly because you're optimizing for the connections of everything. And I think Mo brought up a really good point there that's wonderful to address, and like that's such a vulnerable thing to be aware of, and that's why we have these calls, is to break through those things. So let's have Tracy talk, then Arda, and then Mo. We'll switch to you. Everyone's gonna want to listen to that one for sure, because that's probably got a lot of things that we all have to unpack every now and then. Tracy, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the audio settings. So a couple of things I wanted to say. First, to Jen's conversation about challenges. My experience has been, like, a lot of people say, oh, don't do a 30-day challenge. That's so long. Like, who will want to sign up for that? My experience is that, true, some people won't. Right out of the gate, they will just say, nope, pass, right? Then everyone else will sign up because they'll just want to check it out. And then after maybe like a third or quarter of the way in, people without the stamina or who aren't getting anything out of it, no judgment, they'll leave. And then for the rest of the time, people, I think, reach a tipping point where they're just going to stay in because they've already invested and they don't want to give up, right? So they'll keep, it's kind of like us with our, I just got my flame for the first time yesterday. So it's kind of like once you get to 20 days, you're going to really make an effort to make sure that you don't lose it because you're almost there, right? So I think the cadence of those longer challenges can be really interesting to watch. And then the final thing that happens is the people who out of the gate said, nope, not for me. If they've witnessed it and they've seen how fun it was or the results that people got, they'll say, are you going to do this again? Because I want to sign up next time. I didn't this time. I want to sign up next time. So I think it's really smart of you, Jen, to take that content, package it, and make it sort of an evergreen situation for the people that, didn't opt in the first time. The other thing I wanted to say about tiers, I've been thinking a lot about what that will look like. And I've seen a lot of people in the schoolers group saying, oh, can't, or new people coming in saying, how do I make a tier or course where people in my community can't see the premium people talking about the premium content because they didn't pay for it and they don't deserve it and whatever. And I kind of think of it like going to a basketball game, right? If I have like the cheap seats or the medium seats and I can see the game and it's exciting and I'm part of the experience and that's what I paid for. Everybody in the auditorium or in the arena can see the game. I don't have courtside and I'm looking down and thinking, oh, that looks cool, right? But then I turn around and I look back at the boxes, and I think I definitely don't have that. Maybe that'll be something one day. But I don't hate them. I don't look up and say, oh, that's so, you're excluding me. It's just not for me right now, but I'm still enjoying the game. So I kind of think it's fine if everybody can see conversations in the community. Maybe not everything. If your gated content or your premium content is, for whatever reason, just going to confuse people. But like I watched the Hermosi thing. I don't have a business that needs what he has right now, but I still watched it because maybe I will one day. Or as a pattern recognition thing, I can still see gems in there and things that are relevant to me. So I don't know. I just think in the spirit of community and the way that I think school kind of operates at the heart is everything for everyone and it'll all work out. And the people that watch the conversations that are happening among the people that are kind of in the arena with them, but they're happening in the box, you can just sort of get snippets of them. All it's going to do is make you want to get in the box, so that's my thoughts. That's all.
Very well said. Yeah. A lot of times people, this is all happens all the time. If you're optimizing for the wrong thing, it's likely because you don't know what you don't know. And when you're trying to make a separation between the paid members and the free members or different tiers of paid members, it can be easy to think, well, oh man, I have to make it so much more valuable for the paid members, but they're still getting the value. Like they're still grateful for the free value. They're just paying you for an extra little bit and gratitude included. This is usually how it goes. So if you're having, like, let's say on school, all in the same space, everyone can see the wins. And that's what creates the FOMO. It's because it's quite open and not hidden into one little category. Otherwise, it would be a separate community. And then you're quadrupling at least the amount of labor you have to do. Your best people are in a different community. You have to manage another community. Like you've basically signed yourself up for a bigger boulder to push up the mountain. So that's why tiers is going to be so significant here, is because it's permitting you to have that all happening in one space. And so anyone that tells you that you need to make it any different for your paid or free people, have their head stuck up their ass.
I also think too, I've been in where someone has 2 different memberships or even 3 different memberships, and they're kind of all serving the same kind of person, but they're at different levels. And sometimes I'll have a win or I'll have a question, and I'll think, where should I post this? Because I kind of want everyone, I mean, people at the lowest level or the entry level tier to learn, or maybe they have an answer to my question. So do I post it 3 different times? Like that becomes kind of cumbersome not for me as a group member, but for me, I mean, as a group host, but for me as a group member, where do I put this? I think it's valuable or interesting, or might be. You never know who's watching or lurking or has something to add, right? So if everything's in kind of one place, even if it's, if everyone's in the arena and you share it in the arena, the right people will see it, and you don't know who those people are until you post it.
Well said. That's the single vertical, everybody. Same audience, different level of service. Tracy, you're brilliant. I love this. Thank you very much for that. Arda, you have a question.
Hey, how is it going?
Solid, baby. I'm here.
Yeah, me too. I'm in space, by the way, with the school cat. Yeah. So, I had one update to make and one question. So the update is I'm building GIFs or GIFs, how are they pronounced, for this community. I've made a post to gather ideas, and I've gathered some great ideas. I'll be making them. I've applied for a Jiffy profile. Hope they accept me. So yeah.
Very cool,
That's
man.
one
That's
thing.
going to be amazing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Touch base with Vincent. He's also setting out to do something like that. I knew all the steps, but I just didn't have the time. So the fact that you guys are stepping out to do it, that's going to be super amazing. I'm really excited for those. We started shooting some clips of like really weird stuff I was doing with my face. He had some ideas, and I was like, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
perfect.
Let's do it. Yeah, that's cool, man. Excited to see him.
Yeah, and so my question is, can you tell us a bit more about this Goose Team 6?
Goose
that
Team 6,
private
yeah, of course. So
community?
it's going to be a more intimate version of this, plus you'll have homework assigned to it. And rather than have people pay to get into it, it's based off of just value given and enthusiasm and Goosify. If you're a trooper and you're just helping out other people that are, I mean, if you're in this space, you're taking ownership of your weirdness. That's pretty much universally the person, like that's the ICP here. And so if that's you, then that basically means, and you're like doing that hard, which here's the best way I would explain it. The best way I've heard it before is everyone's favorite people, like the most authentic people, are usually aware of who they are, they know where they're going, and they're having fun while they're going there. And those are the most attractive people in the world. So those are the folks I like to have around. And as soon as I see that in the community and they're helping lift up others, great. I can give them value all day long because I'm going to keep doing this like fucking forever. So ideally, you're doing that with your business too. I'm happy to be along on the journey for it with that. And that's what Goose Team 6 is. Shout out to Yaya for coming up for that name. That was really good.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Goose.
Oh, Jen had a question. When does it start? Great question. I don't know yet. I think we're going to wait until I'm done with Barcelona and Chicago. And then from there, I should have a little bit of space. So there's a good chance that I'll have an update here before the end of the month. So I think we're going to start in September. Yeah. Because I also want that roadmap put together here. But we'll start with a call. No, correction. We're going to have the first one at the end of August, and that will be asking everyone in Goose Team 6 who is what in a perfect world, what could I help deliver? And it's going to be probably something along the lines of a roadmap, and they'll take you through that. So you'll have homework items to do weekly. Yeah, so first call in August, second calls and ongoing will be in September. Sweet. Cool. Is that helpful? Jen, yeah, that's right. You get to go back to school there. Cool. Love that. Well, let me take a moment here to hear from a couple of folks that are relatively quiet today. I'd love to hear from Jess. Jess, you and I have been in DMs a lot. Love to hear from your funny self. And then Chris, I'd also love to hear from you. What's up, dudes? What has brought you here, and what issues you having today?
Can I go? I'm Jess. You called on me. I'm here.
Yes, that's you, man.
I mean, I have no issues. Is that a problem? Are we going to make an issue?
We better make some fun of it.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's cause some chaos and fuckery. It'll be great.
Dude, speaking my language.
I've only been on school like 2 weeks. I think I'm like at 15, 16 days. Like I am a brand newbie. And I have been having so much fun, like just getting to know people, because I felt really like out of sorts in the entrepreneurship world. I've been doing like information products and business coaching for like 30 years, info products since like 2009. And I hit a crash about 5-6 years ago. And I was like, I just hate this. I want to give everything away for free. And it has been the most pivotal mindset thing that I've ever been through. And it reminds me of what everybody else was talking about. I have a tendency to give everything away for free in my free groups, wherever I am. You can have all of it. You can have everything. And then if I'm doing a high ticket offer, and I am because I'm just starting school right now, when I launch that, the entire offer is just my cell phone number. Because people will, it's like you can have all the information, but they just really love that accountability and support. And that it's like hand holding, but it's exactly what y'all were saying. It's like they either have time or money. And the people who have money don't have time. And so you can provide that just touch space. And it just makes everything so easy. And what it changed in me is that I don't have any restrictions. I just give everything away for free. I don't worry or think about, oh, this is paid in this area and this is paid here. I just give it all away. And that creates such reciprocity. I know that's a big word, but it's like when you receive a lot, people stick around. And it's the stickiness that makes community great, in my opinion. It's being able to stick around, have fun, and enjoy life. And I think if we all gave more, we wouldn't have to worry about money so much. And it's amazing how that happens, but it is kind of a mind fuck, you know.
Yeah, it is the same with me, dude. It's like the same fucking thing.
Give it all away, like spread it around like glitter, like all your knowledge, all the things that you can help people with. The people who have money will pay you just because they want to. I ran an offer that I was doing 90-minute one-on-ones for anybody. And I just said, here's my Cash App. When you make money off of what I give you, send me money. Do you know 5 years later, I still get random Cash Apps? Like, here's $1,000 because you changed my life 5 years ago. Here you go. And it just always comes at the perfect time. If we don't worry about money, but really anything, or existence, we don't have to worry about that. Just when you give and you share, like people just send you money randomly, and it's the best thing ever.
Dude, I call Jess my spirit animal. And the reason why I do this now is because I think she's a good example of what our final form should look like. Where after you've gone through the like, oh, is this gonna work? Did that? If what? Like these kind of like anything when you come up with a good idea and your parents give you feedback, like that state of mind, overcoming that to the point where you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to give everything away for free and shit will come my way. Perfect. It's the same mindset of those people that, if you recall, and I repeat this all the time, the folks that step out to take action are always the people that succeed. Those are the school games winners, quote, from all of them. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I just tried things and did shit, and it works. And the only people the people that it didn't happen to were the ones that were stuck thinking about how to make it perfect or special or thinking, right? And we haven't met them yet because they didn't take the action. So that same mindset applies to this one. I love it. It's
Thank you. I
fantastic.
think we forget that fuck around and find out is both positive and negative. We think of it only in the negative space. What if you just fucked around and gave everything away and just helped people and then found out how much comes back to you? So we can fuck around and find out in the good ways too.
Let's do it, man. Dude, can you make a post about that today? I'll pin that shit. That sounds great. Fuck around and find
absolutely.
out.
You know, I discovered like yesterday that I was like number 4 in the 7-day leaderboards. And I was like, I didn't even look at the leaderboards. I'm like, I've done 2 posts in your group and you've pinned both of them. And I'm like, that's it. It's like, just go spread your magic, because we never know what people are going through. And so when you can help lift them up, it changes everything. And I love y'all. This is fun.
I love you too. We all love you.
Yeah, we love you, dude. This is great. Thank you so much, Jess. You're a boss, man. Dude, I love that energy. Charlie, keep that energy going, man. Or something crazy, like fucking pour your heart out. Something's gone wrong and we need to give you a big digital hug. What's going on, Doug? Oh, he's got no mic. Okay, everyone, can we give him a bucket of emojis? We're going to make sure that next time you have a mic. Next time. But that's cool. All right. But this is beneficial, right? You're enjoying it, even though you can't participate with your words. Cool, man. Love that. All right, cool. So let's jump over next to Mo and then to Elaine. All right. Hit us, Mo. Let's talk about unpacking this shenanigan. This is going to be good.
Hello.
Hi.
So basically, I feel like my community is just another mom support group. And I'm not saying that that's bad, because moms need support groups, but if they're in a different one, why would they join mine? And I know you're going to say, for me. And yeah, that's true. But also, if you're already in a lot of groups, you don't want to be in more groups. And so what I do is I help mompreneurs organize the back end of their business, especially with Go High Level. And so what I'm trying to do is, well, what I've been doing is just basic mom content for the most part. But really, I feel like there's some disconnect between who I am, where my group is, and where my business is.
And what is that disconnect that you feel?
Well, like if I went to a party, I wouldn't be the person that's standing in the front of the room leading the dancing or something. Like, I'm the kind of person that goes to a party and sees someone over there sitting by themselves, and I go sit by them and talk to them. And then after I talk to them for a while, I see someone else that seems to be by themselves that I go sit by and talk to. Like, and that one-on-one is what I feel like I'm better at, like is more my thing. And so running a group, how do you reconcile that?
Great question. Okay. I definitely want to turn this to the group. What do you guys think?
This is Jess. Can I jump in? I have 5 kids and I have unschooled for 16 years. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. and I've helped a lot of mom groups like grow. The number one problems that moms have is that we're overwhelmed and there's too much. And I hear that in your voice. Do you feel that also? Like just too much everywhere to do?
Yeah, I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. So the too much is maybe not even too much, but it is in here.
Right. Right, and that's what's common. And so it's common for all of us. And so when I was working mom groups, it was really about killing the overwhelm and creating one safe space for them. And so I was encouraging everyone to get off of social media, like delete Instagram, delete TikTok, delete everything, delete all your extra groups, have one place where you can meet one-on-one and you're not.
Shit, my pod just died. I don't know if you guys can still hear me.
Yeah, we hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
It's that creating that safe space where you can connect like heart to heart with people, but on the front end, that marketing is what is their problem. And the problem is generally with moms, it's they're overwhelmed. We're being pulled in 50 different directions. And how do we simplify life? And you can have a lot of fun with that. So I'll let someone else jump in. That was just my 5 cents.
Yeah. 5 cents well spent.
Yay.
That was really good, Jess.
And I'm rooting for you because we need more moms supporting moms because it's a tough world out there, especially if you're raising kids and running a business. Like, girlfriend, keep going. Don't stop because you're unique and you matter and your voice matters, even in the back of the room.
I would actually, if you want me to more, ask what is closer to your heart? Because the whole mompreneur thing is super important. And I think there is a lot of into, and maybe it can also be a space, just like showing another possibility where people who are moms just get a little pause from all the mompreneur drama and you can focus on what you do. You need to figure out what is more important for you, like is like the mompreneur topic and the struggle around and the emotional load important to you, or is it important to you to give them the island? Yes, they might be moms, maybe they are not moms, maybe they are just damn busy or they care for a family member whatsoever, but where they get the support but not the trauma. And it's about more the thing and not so much about all the things they're spinning anyways. So that could be different because like compared to, and that is just like my hunch, I can be very wrong, but compared to a lot of, oh, this is for mompreneurs and we do things, you might have some very specific expertise. What is actually a differentiator? And
right.
So yeah. That is just an invitation to look into maybe it's your island, you know, where you don't have the drama and you don't want to have it. So just look into what calls you and what feels happy.
Okay. I like that. Thank you.
Welcome.
I think Angela wanted
to. So I was gonna say that maybe you could niche into people who are introverted, but actually some would say extroverted in some situations, but I absolutely would be that person at the back of the room when everyone else is so loud. I don't even want to compete.
Yeah.
So I wonder if those are your people. And it doesn't need to be mompreneurs. It could be people who are already very successful or have been in the past. Now they want to run their own businesses. and actually feel a bit lost running. So for example, I was a senior exec. I was running teams of hundreds of people. I had a huge paycheck, but nothing. All I was doing was chasing KPIs. It meant nothing. It wasn't helping the world. It wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I was just chasing stuff. When I started to work for myself, day one, I phoned up my IT department, so I'm not working there anymore, to ask them why my laptop wasn't working. Turns out it had a ton of dog hair in it. But the fact was, it doesn't matter what I'd done and all those things that I'd done in the past and all the stuff that I'd achieved. I was in a world where I was completely lost, trying to set up my own business. People in the past would listen to me, and in the new business, no one knew me. It was like starting from scratch. And I just, from hearing what you said and that sitting at the back of the room, that's me. That is exactly, no matter how successful I was, that was me in a new business. And that absolutely sang to me. And I wonder if we are your people. Us
Well,
that have
you definitely are my people. All of you. Except
But
the
does
ones
it-
that I don't know and can't see. You might be my people. But you have to
So-
audition first.
So what if it wasn't just mums? What if it was those who struggle moving from a corporate environment into running their own business, a dream that they've always had, or just someone setting up from scratch as a teenager or young person?
Transitions.
So where they will be at the back of the room. And so few people, it is a rare talent to have, to see that, to see those people. And so few people actually reach out their hand. And I absolutely wish you'd have been there 5 years ago for me, because I would have saved so much time.
Thank you.
I hope that helps.
It does help.
And just to add to that, to what Angela said, you know, I've been in business for a long time. Yes, I'm a mom, but I don't identify overly with mom groups. I love my kids, but when I'm sitting at my desk, my priority is my business, and I don't want to sit at a computer and learn how to be a better parent. So I don't identify with mom groups. But when I talk to you one-on-one, you know, I use Go High Level, and you talk to me about that. I use it to survive. I don't use it to thrive. It is a piece of software I pay a lot of money for and do the very little minimalist of it because I've not gone in and taught myself. There's tons of people like that out there. I've been so busy in my business that I've just transitioned and migrated into there because it was a good deal when it first started, and then have done what I can ad hoc to keep my business running, but I've never fully integrated into it. And I know, just being in Go High Level groups and stuff, I mean, that's just one in particular. I know you work on a few different platforms, that there's tons of people like me because we were in the thriving of our business and the success. And then these platforms open and we said, oh, we got to grab that grandfathered in deal or whatever. We've gone in and we've never fully migrated in there. And I'm sitting there going, I'm paying for Go High Level. I'm paying for Dubsado. I'm paying for FG Funnels, which is also Go High Level. I'm paying for all this other software that I should just quit and migrate all into that. But I haven't had the time, right? So what is it because I'm a mom? Is it because I'm running a successful business? Probably a little bit of both, but you know, there's room in there because I'm not the only person that's like that. And every time something goes to shit in there, I have no one to talk to because I know that FG Funnels and Go High Levels support team, sorry if anyone works for them or knows them, is crap. 100% crap. Even if you're in international, they don't even talk to me for like 48 hours. So, you know, so knowing that if you were doing something based on that, I'm just speaking from, you know, please do that because I need a support group that does that. So
Yeah.
maybe there's something there for you.
Well, I also have a thought that I'm not a mom, but like I am in several groups that are for moms, and including Michelle that is here, and you know, can you hear me all right? You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can hear me? I don't know
Yep.
if it's my headphones. Okay. Yeah, I just want to say that it's a little different. Don't compare yourself with others because they're running it differently. Like for example, Michelle here has one free group and then another one paid one, and she's doing it differently. For example, for what might work for you, that you said you like one-on-ones, that's where you thrive, and you like to get to the person that stays there alone, that needs help, or just need somebody to talk to with. And the same way, like when I play big shows, there's probably like 100 people on the dance floor, and there's a shit ton of people on the background that are drinking their beer at the bar and are having the time of their life. It doesn't mean that they're going to be on the dance floor and so they could be happy. So the same way, maybe your thing is a high ticket offer within a group, that the group is just for like checking in and accountability and whatever, but then you have a one-on-one work that's a high ticket, that is the offer, versus like having another group and you feel like you need to like babysit everyone, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Jen, we will get you on the dance floor someday.
Yes.
You just need the right music and the right people.
Exactly.
Jen,
Thank you
it'll
guys
be
so
me
much.
and you because I'm never on the dance floor either.
That's
Not since
because
my extended
you have
life.
not been on my dance floors. That's why.
True. That rave
I
was
would need
rocking.
to be very, very drunk, have a lot of drinks to get on the dance floor, and that takes a lot.
Rosie, we're gonna eventually do a DJ set together. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we are.
It's
And
gonna
Oh my
be
God,
it's gonna
that
be
would be
amazing when that
amazing.
happens.
Jen, drinks on me.
So does that help?
It does help. I mean, in some ways I feel more confused than I did before. But I think it's more confused but closer to where I actually want to be.
Cool. That's good,
Love
because
that.
what that means is you're going to keep on running into this until you found that core thing. And that's really what the whole point of this is it's not the medicine that gets rid of the allergy or the infection. It's the one that like takes you out of places where you get that reaction.
You're on the cusp, my darling. You're on the cusp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The other
Mo,
thing to remember too is that if you have these one-on-one conversations, at the end of each of them, you're going to walk away. Just rate yourself. Did I enjoy that conversation? How much did I enjoy that conversation? And I think you'll start to see a pattern of the kinds of conversations that resonate most with you, because you have to fill your cup and be inspired by what you do as well, right? So if you have a bunch of different conversations with different kinds of people, whether they're moms and identify as such, whether they're people in transition from, corporate to self-employed or whatever, just find the people that you or notice the conversations that light you up most, and then just do more of those. Like let the conversations tell you who you are.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
You know
do you
what,
feel
Mom?
like go ahead, Ro?
I think that many oftentimes I get confused with my own clusterfuck with like so many things happening, and I have found out that the answers are within and they come in the silence. When you sit silent and just don't have any external stimulation, like no phone, no notebook, no nothing, and just sit in the silence, and you get these divine downloads of like, oh, there's the way. Oh.
You have a great singing voice.
Thank you.
How do you feel now, Mo? Is there any other part of this you'd like to unpack? Because Don't ever feel like you're burdening us with this. This is, I think one of the reasons why I'm so grateful for you is because you're so open. Like over time, you've become so good at being okay with being vulnerable. And that's still something that a lot of us are practicing.
Yeah, I was going to say, how come I'm the only one that comes on here and is like on the brink of tears the whole time I'm talking? It's like nobody else does that. Come on, guys.
No, did you see the call the other week where I couldn't even get past 30 seconds without bawling my eyes out?
That's right. Okay.
It's true. Yep. And Jen's had some moments as well.
Okay, I shouldn't think I'm so special just because I cry in public.
Yeah, you're not that special, no. Everyone cries in public.
Come on.
You just care, darling. You just care.
Yeah. So, but it's a good question. It means that there's at least 9. This would be 1/10 of the group right now. So 9/10 of the group has yet to cry and let out the feelings. This is a good place to do it, but you can also do it in any of your groups. But it's encouraged. From personal experience, I don't know better places to like emote than this.
Can I tell a story about that, Goose, now that you've mentioned that? And I told Mo this because we had a one-on-one and she was talking about being upset. Did I tell this? I hope I didn't tell this story. I know I told it recently to Mo, but did I tell this story about my launch with my grandmother dying?
No.
No? Okay. So a few years ago during COVID, I had a huge launch. I only do it twice a year. And on day 4, so I go live every day. On day 4, I do my pitch to my program. And it's a huge day. I'm like vomiting the whole day before because I'm so nervous and trying to make sure I have enough energy. As Jess has told me, I have an undefined heart, so it's hard for me to get excited and show emotions. That's part of my human design I've learned from her. And so it takes a lot for me to kind of be like Alex Hermosi was this weekend on my day 4. And while I was live on my day 3, my mom kept calling and disrupting my live, and I couldn't figure out why, and I was getting really irritated. And when I got off, she told me that my grandmother had unexpectedly died, and I was on the other side of the world, so I couldn't jump on a plane. Anyway, I almost called off the day 4, and day 5, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing my challenge anymore. But I sat and reflected on it and kind of wrote exactly what I wanted to say from my feelings about how even when life gets hard and things crazy show up in your business, you got to show up in your life. You got to show up for your business, and you got to show up for your people. And when you show up, no matter if you're in tears or however, they still appreciate that you showed up and that you are showing yourself. And so I kind of went on and was like, this is what's happened. And I don't like crying in front of people ever. And I was in tears. I had about 700 or 800 people in the challenge watching me, and I'm crying and talking about this story from my heart. And I did $245,000 that night in program sales because I didn't even do the pitch. I was just like, if you guys want to join, you can join. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel better to tell you about what. And everyone's like, no, we're joining. And, just like that video that Rosita posted, when you build a community and you do an ask, your community always comes through. And people were just like, I didn't care what the program was. I just wanted to be with you for the next 6 months. And so that's that's the beautiful thing about community. And when you show up authentically. So crying's good. It makes you money. Don't do it fakely though. Don't be inauthentic.
I was starting to think of how many deaths I can plan for every launch that I have. I know that's a dark kind of humor. So sorry guys if you don't like that, but
I mean, I was doing my notes again, the next challenge, and then it came up like in my refresh because I always debrief and kind of and I was like, oh, that launch went so good. Is there anything I can reuse? And I was like, no, like you can't. People will take the challenge more than once, but I can see where some inauthentic people would find that that's tempting.
Yeah, I would never really take advantage of people's deaths. Like I'm not going to search through the obituary and find a new grandmother every launch or anything.
Oh, but sometimes shit happens, and when it does, you can just ride the train,
Yeah, just be always transparent and always, that's what that lesson taught me. Always be transparent. People want to know what's going on. You know, people will complain that maybe you're posting, you know, pictures of your hamburger, but there's another piece of your audience that wants to know what you had for lunch. So, you know, and they're the ones that end up spending the money because they're like, they think that you're a bestie and they want to do everything with you, whether it's digitally or whatever, right? So so post, you know, post what you are feeling and thinking and your audience likes it. You know, obviously set some boundaries too, but
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sharing like this is going to be big for you, especially as you're going through this phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean that about your community as well. No one's going to come in there and as much as you think they'll be like, oh God, more emotions. Dude, it's rare to get that stuff.
Yeah, something to be said about showing up authentically, and you're authentically so beautiful. Why fucking hide it? You know?
I will now go on a 30-day streak of sharing what I eat for lunch every day in the Goosify community. Just kidding.
Great,
Yeah.
more engagement.
And how you feel about it. Okay. Not just
and we
what
want to
it
know
is.
everything we do.
Yeah.
I feel very happy with this lunch because I made it myself.
Boom. That's it right there. exactly. Because the feelings are more important than the thing.
Yeah.
Especially in community.
Yeah, Mo, also consider listening to some David Goggins. I know it's kind of counterintuitive here, but David Goggins really strikes in times like these. So, yeah, want to throw that in there.
David Goggins?
David Goggins.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be an interesting combo. I'd love to see. You should film a reaction video.
Yeah, like you watching with the Loom, your circle, FaceTime, and like you watching David Goggins. I would actually love to see that.
I don't even know who that is.
He's this dude that is just so hardcore. He's so hardcore about just like willpower and determination and overcoming everything. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for someone that defines willpower, yeah, this would probably be the guy.
Well, maybe I'll watch it just so I can get you that video that you want.
Yeah, exactly. The reaction video. Dude, you put that on YouTube, right?
You go viral.
Yeah. Mom watches David Goggins and it's just like a picture of you in your hair blown back.
Yeah.
I did a post in the schoolers group, and the bottom line said "stay soft," which is the opposite. David Goggins says "stay hard," and so many comments of people like, "I agree with everything except don't stay soft. That doesn't work." It was so funny. I'm like, dude, make a joke. It's okay. And then I found this group.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, that's what she said in both of those situations. Excellent. Well, I hope you feel better from all of this because it certainly made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love that. And even Charlie, he can't speak and he's clapping over there.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
This is amazing. So on that note, we've got another 10 minutes or so. I would love to hear some more feedback that's maybe along the lines of what Mo was talking about on that energy. We can also always defer to Ryan too. Like if we need a quick hype moment, like we're lucky enough to have him again today. He can give us like 5 minutes of like, he's like a sweeter version of this guy that you're going to watch.
So there is this idea, this dichotomy of the hard and soft together, because it's the rigidity that's fake. So nobody is actually all the time, no pun intended, Goose, hard. Okay. Right? And this is very but this is a
You
very
said it.
powerful concept. So this idea of, as an entrepreneur, and the feelings that we have, we're conquering the world. There's always after an expansion, there's contraction, and you go through it. There's seasons to all of it, and this is in every aspect of our life. And so what's really fun is when you're going through a time of contraction, you know expansion's coming, and vice versa. If how I respond to the daytime dictates how long I have to stay in that time, or how I respond to nighttime dictates how long I'm going to be in daytime. But you can't change day and night. You can't change the seasons. And so uh, there are pieces of our life in before we began this journey in which we may have been resistant to either the daytime or the nighttime, whatever it looks like. We tried to stay in the nighttime. And so there is a time period where you have to wind things up. You have to live like that person, and you're not going to feel like that person. You're not going to see the outcome because we went years not as an entrepreneur. So it's like one last example, which is really fun, and I'll shut up. Thanks, Goose, for giving. You know how I love to talk, but in my body. Okay, in my body, when I looked in the mirror, I had this transformation. Okay, I got abs. It was the stay hard part of my life. But I go to the gym and I eat my protein, right? And I look in the mirror and I'm like, shit, I'm still soft. What the heck? It's been months, right? And then but it was so funny. It'd be like a week after week, I'm losing weight on the scale, but I still look soft. This isn't fair. And then one morning, I looked in the mirror and I was shredded. What? So
Poof,
this is how
and
it
the fat disappears.
happens. You stack the habits, and results are latent. So whatever circumstances you're in right now, that's who you were. How fun is that? So decide who you're going to be today, which is a good woman or a good man, and be it. And you can't be good without connecting and being authentic. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, those are my favorite prayers. Nothing like a Ryan prayer.
Ryan is.
Amazing. And Angela, do you have something were you going to complain about Ryan's riff?
No, no, it's awesome. I'm just like in awe. How can he find the words at the right time? I never find the right words at the
So
right
eloquent,
time.
and never
I'm
wearing
like the
pants.
guy in Hitch that needs dance lessons. That's me. No, so right back at the beginning, what I wanted to share was 2 weeks ago, I was in bits. I had a copycat and I didn't know how to deal with it. And before the end of this call, actually, I was like fired up and going for it. And the following week, I had 22 articles in national press setting me up as the UK's national expert on dogs, all things dogs. I was in magazines. They now want me to write more stuff. And if I hadn't been on this call, I would have sat there wallowing for weeks in victim mode. And I just wanted to share that with you because I did post that there was one, but there were 22 articles. There's so many newspaper article links and copies and all sorts of stuff with my mug on. But I wanted to share it because I just wanted to appreciate everything that you guys do. And even though you might think what you say won't make a difference, you have no idea how it lands. And it really does. So thank you. I'm celebrating, but now I'm stressed because I've got to write more stuff.
As is what Ryan was saying, true. The constriction and expansion, is that what you said? Yeah. The ups and the downs.
He the man.
What was it in particular that helped so much, Angela?
It was the fact that no one No one helped me wallow. But there was kindness and generosity and support and guidance. And those were the things that made a difference. I didn't need to hear at that time, oh my God, that's the most terrible thing. And oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't need to hear that. What I needed to hear was, right, okay, so this is what we do next. So, and I think that's what helped. I still got the support. I still got that care and guidance. But what I also got was a very soft, it was a kick up the butt, right? It's only because my butt is as it is that is a very soft kick up the butt. So I got to kick up the butt to actually move on, do some stuff, and set my place here in my niche. So, and that's what I did. And it just paid dividends. But just speaking it out, I wouldn't have had another forum to do this.
Yeah.
This is the only place where I could have done this.
That's huge, Angela. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to the people here. Because
It means so much to me. You have no idea.
I'm really grateful to hear that. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah, this is a big part of the community thing, man. Yes, there are value things and practical things you have to give, but don't forget how practical it is to do all the other stuff too. The Easter eggs, the stupid shit, the inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
just as
Goose, can I say one more thing? I know
everyone
so
really hates talk.
I loved that so much. And there's just I wasn't able to be here in the whole call, but just notice the spectrum of feelings that has been shared so far, and notice how there's connection in all of it. And so it doesn't matter if you have been exposed to your imperfection. Someone, and I don't know who it was, mentioned that they made a big night. They made a lot of money. And then there's some people in here that are like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my bills. I'm just starting. Or I thought I was going to, and things are going so well, and the rug got pulled out from under me. And we're so tempted to think that we're broken because of the friction that we've caused ourselves, or the imperfection of others, or life in general has caused us. But it is actually to face that imperfection that is the connection. And so it doesn't matter where you are in your pursuit. The response to that moment is leadership, and I'll prove it to you. Whoever just shared right now, and I'm sorry I don't know all of you, I should be in here more often, but notice how her response...
Angela.
Yes, and thank you. Notice how her response and sharing the impact we've had on her, that we've had on each other, and then notice the amount of money whoever else shared. That moment, how we respond to that, is a moment to lead each other and impact each other. So failure and success is the same moment. It's a moment with eyes on us. That's it. So what are you going to do today? Are you going to hide, or are you going to be impactful? You impact through transparency and action. I love you.
There's nothing else I can add to this.
Ryan.
That was a perfect conclusion. Thank you very much for being here. Everyone, please throw some wins or some kind of gamified thing into Goosefy this week. Share what it is so the rest of us can leverage it, steal it, and use it for ourselves. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me today. You're all awesome.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.